Hi everyone, this is Deb Tim, a Canadian girl, and today I want to talk about lights, your aquarium lights, when to keep them on, when it's good to turn them off, and why. So please stay tuned. This is my 150-gallon African cichlid aquarium. On this tank I have a Fluval 2.0. This light fixture is 48 inches long and does an excellent job even though my aquarium is 60 inches. This is my favorite light of all the different makes I have. If you notice in the tank, the rocks directly under the light have some algae growth, where the two on the outside don't have much at all. This I really don't mind, as my weekly maintenance takes care of it becoming an issue. Aquarium lighting is another one of those topics that vary from tank to tank. What works for you may not be ideal for someone else. This seems to be a common occurrence in many areas within this wonderful hobby. Our practices and processes usually come to the same conclusion, but often the way we get there is as unique as our aquariums are themselves. Before getting into the types of lights available, we need to know the function of each type of light and what it serves. The main purpose is, of course, to give us the illumination we need to view our fish. Lights can also enhance the colors of our fish, making them stand out. Another important purpose would be to provide the light our photosynthetic plants need to flourish. Through photosynthesis, our plants turn the light into energy. You must make sure you have adequate lighting for the type of plants you have. I only have low-light plants, but there are a wide variety of plants that have different requirements that must be researched when choosing the lights you will be needing. The first thing to look at is the lighting options available to us. There are three basic light systems used in this hobby. The first would be fluorescent. This type of light is one of the most common for smaller aquariums and the most inexpensive. They most often come with an aquarium when purchased in a kit, although you can purchase them separately as well. On one of my tanks in my little fish room, my 20-gallon grow out, there is a fluorescent light that came with this aquarium as a kit, and that was about 100 years ago. Fluorescent lights are suitable for freshwater aquariums and low-light planted tanks. They come in a variety of sizes and are available to fit most every aquarium size out there. The bulbs are tubes that snap in place, and they can be replaced as necessary. The T5HO, or high output fluorescent lights, are a more advanced style of the fluorescent light. Giving off twice as much light than the standard bulbs, the lights are better for larger tanks as they can penetrate the water to a deeper level. They do give off a fair amount of heat, so that it's something for you to keep an eye on if you're using this type of light. I had two of these on my 150-gallon aquarium when I first got it. I found them to be very heavy and cumbersome to move, and I quickly changed them out for my Fluval 2.0. The third set of lights are the LED lights and are fast becoming the favorite among fish keepers. LED stands for Light Emitting Diode. These lights have many positives, making them very popular. They're sleek in design, have shimmering effects, remote controls, different colors available, and their lights stay consistent through the entire life of the light itself. For an aquarium that is home to only fish, it's recommended that you provide 3 watts of lighting per gallon of water that the tank holds. This ratio is important in controlling algae. If you have a problem with algae, your lights may be too bright. The length of time we run our lights usually ranges somewhere between 8 to 12 hours a day, depending on the aquarium setup. A good middle of the road is 10 hours, which is ideal for most aquariums. Reducing the time our lights stay on can help in certain situations. The most common would be the growth of algae. Running your lights for no more than 8 hours a day will most likely address this issue without much trouble. Cutting back the exposure time for the algae will help inhibit its growth. Another reason for reducing the light is for the fish themselves. Some species prefer an ambient light. If the room you have the aquarium in has sufficient light coming in naturally, you may even do without lights completely. Reducing light at certain times can benefit your fish as well. Lowering lights when adding new fish is a good way for them to check things out without being overly harassed. Lower lights have also been helpful in lowering aggression in some species, African cichlids being a prime candidate for that. There are also times when we should increase our light time. Planted tanks are one type of tank that need extra lighting, as many plants require at least 12 hours of light per day. This is defined by the type of plants and the tank setup you have. Providing the proper amount of light and the type of light is imperative to the well-being of your tank inhabitants. Setting up a timer with a schedule is a benefit, as erratic lighting can cause stress in your fish, which in turn can lead to health problems. For beginners, a kit is the best option as they come complete with all you need to start your first aquarium, including lights and hood. In fact, some kits now have LED lights instead of fluorescents. What you choose to home in your aquarium, whether fish only or low light plants or high light plants, saltwater or reef, each one of these have their own specific needs. So in order to provide them with what they need, you can enjoy a successful experience by just doing a little investigating. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon.